We're live.
Are we started?
We are.
Welcome everybody. Welcome back to the second ever live stream here on the Blind to Billionaire YouTube channel. I appreciate you being here with us. So today our title is, or the purpose of this video is, the 3 best things about being blind. So I'm going to talk about some of the benefits of being blind. I know that maybe most people think, well, there aren't any benefits, but there actually are some. So we'll discuss it. Yeah, so thanks for being here. I have Corey here, so she's going to be watching the comments for me, so I can't see any comments. I actually can't even see the camera. So she is going to be watching for comments and taking note of them, and then at the right time, she'll jump in and let me know if there's any comments or questions that I should address. So, yeah, thanks for being here. We will get started right away.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say hi, Marwan.
Hey, Marwan. Great to see you. Thanks for being here again. So, let's see. The number 1. So I have 3 items for the benefits of being blind. Number 1 I have is the YouTube channel. So I think that one of the benefits of being blind is having this YouTube channel and meeting all of you. So obviously, if I didn't have RP, I probably wouldn't have this YouTube channel. And the chances of having a YouTube channel about RP, if I didn't have it, would be slim to probably none. I probably wouldn't even know that that RP exists. So I wouldn't have this channel most likely, and I probably most likely wouldn't know any of you as well. So that would be, pretty unfortunate, because I've actually really enjoyed this channel over the last 7.5 months or so since we started the channel. I've had just a lot of fun talking and getting to know all of you, creating these videos and just providing as much value as I possibly can through these videos. So it's been a really fun experience. I've gotten to know a lot of you on more of a very personal level, and it's been just a really fun experience, and just getting to know more about you on a personal level. So it's been really fun. So I would say that's definitely one of the benefits of having RP and having blindness. So what do you think?
I agree. I think that, we're not like big social people. We don't go to bars. We don't, which I mean is fine. It's just not our thing. So like we don't go to bars or like do really much in terms of like going out to meet people. Mm-hmm. So for us, this has been a really fun way to meet people. And I guess, I don't know if that would change if you could see or not. I really don't think so, because it's just not our thing. So, I mean, maybe we would go out and do more stuff, but I think that just like my personality isn't to necessarily do that unless if people like see me reading in a coffee shop or something. Mm-hmm. So this is a fun social activity that we've gotten to kind of learn about. And you've learned a lot about YouTube. Oh, yeah. Which has been something you enjoy YouTube, mm-hmm. and you've enjoyed learning about YouTube. Yep. But mostly the people. And think about like all the countries of people. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've learned about different cultures. Oh, yeah. Which has been awesome. Yep. I mean, it's been really fun. Marwan said, I'm lucky to find your channel, Matt. You're both such a great couple. Thanks, Marwan.
Thanks, Marwan.
So I mean, this has been really cool. Like we've just met such genuinely great people. Yeah.
Definitely, I would say so. And the really cool thing about this channel, too, is it's not only specific to people here in the United States, but we have people all over the world, and it's so cool to see, all the different countries. We have quite a few people from India, someone from Kuwait, someone from Algeria. What else do we have? Poland, I think we have someone.
Have a few different people from the UK.
From all over Europe, there's quite a few people. I don't think anyone from South America yet, but
Not that we know of. One of the things that's cool about YouTube is you can see where people have watched your video from. Mm-hmm. So we actually do have a ton of people who have watched our video from all over. We just don't know them personally as subscribers, but you can see like a ton of different countries that people have watched your videos from. So if you're a YouTuber, you can find that out about your channel, which is like really fun. We found that to be like really kind of rewarding, and also it's just like, like you never would talk to, that many different people. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So another point about this YouTube channel. So it's been really fun making these videos and meeting and talking to all of you. But at the same time, it also gives us something to do and something to look forward to. Like, we've been excited since we scheduled this live stream. So we did our first live stream last Friday. And since we scheduled this one just a few days ago, we've been excited about it, like really excited. We've been sitting here for the last half an hour waiting for this thing to start and be getting prepared, and we've just been sitting here talking about it. So it's been really fun, doing the live streams, creating the videos, and just having something to look forward to. So I've mentioned this in my other videos too. I don't work a traditional job, but I do a lot of various jobs, and I just do a lot of just random work. But also there's sometimes, so like this time of year when there's not much going on, it's kind of a slow time of year for the things that I do. So it gives me something to do, and it gives me a purpose as far as like I need to wake up in the morning and have a purpose for that day or that week or something. So it gives me something to look forward to, and I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this has been just the best. Oh, Emily, hello. Hope you're both doing well. Happened upon your channel a few weeks ago. Love your videos. Losing my vision myself, so it's great to hear other stories.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Emily.
Awesome.
It's so nice to hear from you.
Yay.
Yes, it's cool. Very cool.
Great.
Thanks for joining. Very cool. Thanks, Emily.
Thanks.
So yeah, I would say that is, probably one of the major benefits of being blind, having RP, is this YouTube channel. If we would have looked back maybe a year ago, I never ever would have thought that I would have a YouTube channel talking about RP. And just 7 months ago when we started this, I, again, never thought that it would be something like it is now. It's just been, I'm so surprised and grateful for the support that I have here on this channel. It's been so much fun. So yeah, so I would say that's the first benefit of having RP and blindness or low vision. So number 2, Corey, can you help me?
Yep. Closer relationships with family and friends.
Okay, so close relationships with family and friends. So by that I mean the relationships that I do have. Obviously my family is incredibly important to me. They're the most important people. Family always comes first. But I have a really close relationship with my parents, my brother, my nieces, obviously my brother's family, so my sister-in-law as well. Corey and her entire family. Her family is great. Her parents and all of her siblings, they're just so much fun. It's like, they're literally like, I feel like they're siblings that I grew up with, and her parents. We get along so well, and we have so much fun together. We go on vacations together, and we just have so much fun. It's just such a great time. So I really value the relationships that I have, and I feel like they're a closer relationship because I depend on everybody in my life probably more than a normally sighted person would. So since I depend on these people, we have a much closer relationship. We do everything together. So and also as far as friendships, to be honest with you, I don't really have any friends.
But you guys.
Yeah, but definitely all of my YouTube friends, all of you are definitely good friends. But here in the Minneapolis area, Minnesota area, I don't really have friends that I hang out with. And that's okay. I don't mind that at all. But friends that I have had have actually been really good friends and have been pretty good relationships as far as friendships. And the reason for that is, I'm sure if you're blind or visually impaired, you probably experience this, unfortunately, but typically when you meet somebody and you tell them that you have low vision or you're losing your vision, from my experience, I don't just me, hopefully it's just me and you don't have to deal with this, but from my experience, a lot of the people that I tell them, they pretty much disappear and never again. So that has been my experience over the years with just about everybody. But the few people that have stuck around and actually given me a chance to get to know me and realize, what I'm all about, have actually turned into really good friendships because they actually gave me a chance and realized that I'm actually a good person, even though my vision is almost non-existent. So I would say that I have good relationships with the friends that I've had over the years and family. So, and I'm very grateful for the people in my life. And again, all of you friends here on YouTube, it's a really great relationship. So that's important to me. Do you have any input on that?
Yeah, I do. One thing that's cool, because Matt's visually impaired, especially prior to like meeting me maybe or whatnot, he did rely more on his parents. And so kind of as part of that, I was able to meet his parents and spend more time with them in our dating and now too. And so that's been really fun for me to get to be closer to his family than I would maybe with a sighted person, just because he, spent more time with them if he needed a ride, or just like, honestly, we're kind of family people. So I don't know, maybe it would have made a difference, but I feel like I've really appreciated getting to know your family better than I maybe would have in a non-sighted situation or in in a
Yeah.
sighted situation.
Right.
So it kind of works both ways actually for us with that.
Yeah. And like I mentioned before, since I don't work a traditional job, I do a lot of these just random jobs. And what's really cool about it too is I do these with my dad. So it's a cool, it's pretty cool to be able to work with my dad. If I was sighted, I would probably be in a completely different work environment. I'd probably be working a traditional job, and I probably wouldn't be working with my dad. But he retired about 5 years ago, and it's just been really cool that I've been able to do something or find a type of work that both of us can do together. And I know that he really enjoys it and appreciates it. He looks forward to it just as much as I do. So that's also really cool. It's been a cool experience and a fun experience and way for us to just spend some like father-son time. So that's a really cool thing. And I know he really enjoys it as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's number 2, benefit of being blind or low vision. So number 3,
Improved memory.
improved memory. Yeah, so I don't know if I would say that I have better memory than anybody else. I don't think I do. But I rely on my memory so heavily because I can't reference something that I have written. For example, I have a piece of paper here written with the ideas that I'm going to be talking about today. And I look down at the paper like like I can actually see it, but I can't. It's just, I don't know.
It's funny. It's like habit.
It is. It's literally a habit. So for just to digress for a minute, like if I hear a sound, like if we're somewhere and I hear a sound, I'll look over at the sound like I can see it, which I can't. If like somebody comes in the door, like I'll look over at the door and be like, oh, who's here? And it's like, oh, wait, I can't see it anyway. So I don't know why I look, but it's just habit. But anyway, so memory, improved memory. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't say that I have improved memory, but rather I'd say that I rely on my memory so heavily because if I write something down, I can't just look at paper and reference it to see what it is that I have written down. So instead, I memorize just about everything. So for example, I have like our frequent flyer miles, like mine and Corey's from Delta and Sun Country. I have all those numbers memorized. I have all my credit card numbers memorized. I have 3 credit cards. I have all the numbers and all the expirations, security codes, all those memorized. Social security numbers, addresses, phone numbers of everybody I could ever want to talk to. What are some other things I have memorized? Like literally. So
Yeah, like if we have, like if I need to do something and we need to remember a phone number for 3 days from now, I can
Yep.
tell Matt and he'll just remember it.
Yep.
I
Booking numbers and itineraries, reservation numbers. I memorize all of that
yeah.
stuff for travel. So, and the reason I do all of that is because if I ever need to reference it, which I probably do at some point, I need to reference these numbers. I just know it. I don't need to try to figure out like, okay, where did I have that written down or where can I find that? I just think, oh, I know it, and I can just rehearse it without even trying. So I rely on my memory so much when it comes to just numbers and just everything that I need to know. So,
But another thing is like where stuff is. That's a
Yep.
big one, like where things are.
mhm.
I don't appreciate and realize like how good his memory is in terms of like remembering where things are because he doesn't have visual cues.
Yeah. So, to go with the memory, I would say organization. So,
But remembering, you're organized, but you also remember where stuff is in our house.
yeah,
Like
provided it's put back exactly where it was supposed to be or like where it goes. But yeah, I remember things. Just because I rely on it and I need to, because I can't just search around and look for something, or I can't just go and reference my notebook with all my notes or my little piece of paper here with my notes written on it. So I try to remember as much as I can. For example, yesterday, Corey texted me a phone number, just not a random phone number, but she texted me a phone number and the phone read it out loud to me. And after one time of hearing it, this is the first time I ever heard the phone number. After one time of hearing it, I had it memorized. So it's like, okay, got it.
yeah.
So it's just nice. And I'm not saying like any of this to brag or anything, but I think I've conditioned myself over the years that, okay, I need to rely on my memory and I need to memorize almost everything. So what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Marwin said, great, you remember a lot of stuff, knock on wood. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you want to say a couple more things?
What else do we have?
Logical approach to everything.
Okay. So yeah, that's not really. I had a potential idea as logical approach to everything, and that is I always like to approach everything logically. And I don't know, that's probably just more my personality than it has to do with low vision. But I just like to do things that always make sense in an order that makes sense, just because I don't know, it just works for me, and I like to make things as smooth as possible with as few transitions as possible as well. So I just find that that works best for me.
But I also think that you're like that because you want to be convenient to other people.
Oh,
So where,
definitely.
like for me, if I'm just by myself, I don't care if I'm being convenient because it's just me that I'm inconveniencing.
Hmm.
But if Matt has somebody, like if somebody's picking Matt up for an event, like next week where you have a job that you're doing with your dad,
Yeah.
and I thought of a certain way to do the plan, and then you said, "Oh, my dad will just pick me up on the way to the job versus us meeting him
Yeah.
at his house because it just makes more sense with driving,"
Hmm.
which is a conversation we have like many times a week.
Yeah.
That's kind of a honestly that was a really boring example. So if you just tuned in, it'll get better.
Yeah.
But I just feel like you're more logical because you need
Hmm.
you think of others because you do rely on other people, which
I
is
do.
actually being conscientious is like probably one of your better qualities,
Hmm.
and it's a great quality. So if you got that way because of low vision, really that should be one of your better ones because I'm not conscientious,
Yeah.
and it's a good quality.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to write them in, or comments. Feel free to write them in, and we can definitely answer them for you right now or anytime soon.
Yeah.
So other benefits. So those are the three benefits, like the major benefits that I came up with as far as.
Oh, Marwin has a question.
Oh, sure.
We're new to live streaming. We'll wait.
So I'll just talk while you write, Marwan. But anyway, those are the three benefits. So that I came up with is having this YouTube channel, getting a chance to get to know all of you, closer relationships with family and friends, and improved or more reliant on my memory. So I would say those three are very important to me,
Oh.
all three of those. Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Marwin wanted to know how we met each other.
Marwan, how we met. So we actually met online. And
Which actually sounds kind of weird now because we're doing a YouTube channel.
yeah,
So it's like as if we don't
Yeah.
actually do stuff
right.
that's not on the computer.
So no, we actually met online. So Corey mentioned earlier we don't really go out and do a whole lot. Yeah, we don't really do much of anything. But anyway, before we met, we were both on this dating website, and we started talking on there. And actually, I messaged Corey first, and so I read her profile. And she mentioned something like she loves to travel and she loves the beach. And as soon as I saw those things, I thought, oh, I should probably contact her because I also love to travel and I love the beach. Those are two of my favorite things. When I travel to a beach and I sit on a beach. So that's probably my favorite thing to do. So when I saw that, I wrote her a message and we started talking. And then we met, I don't know, maybe a week later or so. And then, yeah, we just continued to talk and get to know each other from there. So that is how we met, Marwan.
Yeah. Our first date was
Online.
at a beach. We
It
went
was
to the
actually.
lake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we
Yeah.
actually met online.
Yep, we did.
So yeah, do we think anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, we've been thinking about this. It's kind of a tough subject.
It
I
is.
think because really,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
it's fair to say being blind really isn't the best.
Yeah. So
We all know that, though. You
Yeah.
know that. I mean,
it would be easy to make a video saying, what are all the negatives or downfalls of being blind? Well, yeah, I mean, we could come up with a million examples for why it's not fun or why it's not advantageous to have low vision or no vision. But we thought, you know what, let's pick out a few things and talk about some of the benefits of it. So, obviously it's going to be different for everybody, but these are just some of them that I thought of.
actually, our relationship is kind of unique. Oh, Emily has a thing. How do you apply toothpaste? It's getting really hard for me. Any tips would be appreciated. Yeah.
So I brush my teeth twice a day, so I'm pretty good at it.
You brush it more than that.
Yeah, sometimes I do.
You brush
Kind
it
of
like
obsessed
10
with
times
brushing
a
my
day.
teeth. So what I do, Emily, is I hold the brush in my right hand.
You can
Corey's
show.
trying to get me to show, but I'm just going to
obviously
explain.
that's not.
Yeah, so I'll just
helpful.
explain. So I hold the brush in my right hand, and I use my pointer finger, and I put my pointer finger alongside the bristles. So then what I do is I hold the paste in my left hand, and then I bring the, like the end of the tube right to the bristles, so I can like feel it with my finger, my pointer finger that's touching the bristles, and then I squeeze and kind of slide it across the bristles, so I can feel it with my pointer finger that's against it with my right hand, and I can kind of feel the paste going on there, and then that's it. So I'm basically just like using my pointer finger on my right hand to kind of, feel the paste going onto the bristles, if that makes sense. I don't know. Did I explain that very well?
I think you did, because Marwan says he does the same thing.
Yeah.
So
okay,
you must
good.
have explained it pretty well.
Good. I was actually thinking, because I just brushed my teeth like an hour ago, so I thought, okay, I'll just talk about it, because I literally just did it.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, that's good. That's a good question.
that is.
There's a lot of things like that
Mm-hmm.
that people probably would have questions about, because things that are like it's part of your everyday life that are
Yeah.
it's so commonplace for you
Yeah,
now,
right.
but that you had to figure out.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And
Are
I've
there
been
any
doing
other
that.
questions that you have?
Yeah.
Open book. Ask
Yeah.
them anything. About anything.
Sure, I guess. Yeah. So I've been doing that for quite a few years, and it just works for me, and yeah, it's just really slick. So, yeah, I just find that works best.
Yeah.
So if there's any other questions, we can answer them. Otherwise, anything?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
It was really nice, though, that you guys joined us.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. So,
Emily, it was nice to get to meet you.
yeah, Emily, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. It was fun talking and interacting with you a little bit. Feel free to leave some comments on some other questions or on some other videos, and we can talk more. It'd be fun to get to know more about you.
And Marwan, we really appreciate you being here.
Marwan.
We were talking before this started, and we thought, I hope Marwan's on. We were really
We
hoping
knew you
we
would
see
be.
you. We were
Marwan's
hoping. We
always
were
here.
crossing our fingers.
Yep.
We were really hoping.
So a couple of other little announcements if you're interested. We recently created a Facebook group and Facebook page. All of them are named the same as the channel here, Blind to Billionaire. You can find them on Facebook. So definitely feel free to join those groups or the page and, interact with us there too. We're also on Instagram, same name, Blind to Billionaire. So that's just consistent across all of our social media platforms here that we're using. So if you want, feel free to find us on there as well.
Yeah, we figured we'd get into the Facebook because sometimes people have an easier time maneuvering one site over another. Like maybe it's easier to use Facebook or it's easier to use YouTube or Instagram.
Exactly.
We're learning. I'm learning about all of this too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're learning about how to do our Blind to Billionaire Facebook page and Instagram. I think we're becoming slightly more savvy, but you might see things where you think, person's never
Right.
done this before, so we're learning.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us on this second ever live stream on the Blind to Billionaire YouTube channel. So we really appreciate it, and we hope that this was a somewhat valuable video for you, and just letting you know that there are benefits to having RP or low vision or just complete blindness. There actually are benefits, even though sometimes it's hard to identify what those might be. But just explore, and I guarantee you everybody can always find something beneficial about having low vision or RP. So thanks again for joining us. We hope to see you on a future video. So any other?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining
Bye-bye.
us. See you later.